It's early morning. Maybe you're sitting by the window with a warm cup of coffee watching the light slowly stretch across your backyard. The house is quiet, the world just waking up. And in that stillness, you begin to notice things more clearly. Perhaps it's a small ache or the chill in your legs that lingers longer than it used to. You brush it off thinking it's just the weather or another sign of age. But what if your body is whispering something more? As we grow older, tuning into these quiet signals becomes an important part of senior wellness. And sometimes something as simple as cold legs at night could be more than just a passing discomfort. It could be your body's way of asking for a little extra care. Today we'll gently explore 4 signs that your nighttime leg chills might be linked to circulation. No alarms, just honest, thoughtful conversation designed to help you feel more in control, more informed, and more supported in your senior living journey. It's a quiet night. The soft hum of the ceiling fan overhead, the comforter pulled gently over your legs, and the bedside lamp casting a warm glow across the room. Everything should feel just right, except your legs. They feel cold. Not from the air, not from a draft, but from something deeper you can't quite explain. And even when you pull on thicker socks, or add another blanket, the chill seems to linger. For many older adults, this feeling is all too familiar. It often starts subtly. Perhaps one foot feels a little cooler than the other, or your calves seem oddly cold, while the rest of your body is comfortably warm. Over time, you begin to notice it more frequently, especially at night. You double-check the thermostat. You shift your position, but the sensation stays. What's puzzling is that the room is warm enough. The heater works fine. So why do your legs still feel cold? This curious discomfort isn't always about room temperature. It may be your body's way of speaking to you gently, quietly about your circulation. As we age, it's not uncommon for our blood vessels to lose some of their elasticity. Blood doesn't always flow as freely to the extremities, especially when we're resting. And in those quiet nighttime hours when everything else winds down, you may become more aware of these subtle changes in your body. Imagine sitting on your back porch as the sun sets a golden haze over the garden, the scent of tomatoes still clinging to the vine. You feel the breeze across your face and the warmth of the wooden chair beneath you. Now think of that same moment, but your legs are cold. That disconnect between the peaceful setting and the persistent chill in your limbs. It's not just uncomfortable, it can be frustrating, even concerning. You may have found creative ways to cope. Maybe you microwave a rice-filled heating pad or warm a towel in the dryer before bedtime. These rituals offer temporary comfort, and they can become a source of peace in their own right. But if the sensation continues, it's worth pausing to ask, is there something else going on? Circulation issues can sometimes creep in slowly. They may come with other signs: tingling in your feet, a dull ache after sitting too long, or even a change in skin color or texture. It doesn't mean something is necessarily wrong, but it is your body inviting you to pay attention. At the local farmer's market on a Saturday morning, you might see neighbors chatting over fresh strawberries, or tending to stalls full of baked goods and sunflowers. Walking there is part of your weekend routine, but lately perhaps your legs have felt slower or colder as you stroll past familiar booths. It's subtle. It may not stop you from going, but it lingers in the back of your mind. That's why gentle awareness matters so much. In the world of senior wellness, recognizing small shifts like cold legs at night can be an act of self-respect, not worry. It's about tuning in, not tuning out. The more we honor these quiet signals, the more empowered we become in caring for ourselves. It may help to reflect on when this sensation first began. Was it recent? Did it coincide with a change in routine, like being less active or adjusting a medication? Or has it been building gradually over the years? Each person's story is unique, and every experience matters. Some seniors find relief in small but meaningful changes, elevating the legs before bed, doing gentle ankle circles while watching the evening news, or adding circulation-boosting foods to their dinner plate. For others, the answer might lie in speaking with a trusted doctor, just to rule out anything deeper and gain peace of mind. The important thing is to remember that you're not alone. Cold legs at night are more common than many realize, and they don't have to define your evenings. There are ways to stay warm inside and out. Picture this. It's early spring. You're in the backyard planting herbs in raised beds, basil, rosemary, maybe a little mint. You pause, stretch your legs, feel the sun on your face, and notice that the chill is gone. Your body feels grounded again. These are the moments we cherish. These are the memories we build our days around. And while not every night will feel perfect, embracing the little things: warm tea in hand, a soft blanket over your knees, a good book waiting by your side, can turn discomfort into calm. This is what senior living is about, not perfection, but presence. If you've been feeling the chill in your legs despite a warm room, know that it's worth listening to. Not with fear, but with care. Talk to your doctor if you need clarity. Share your experience with a friend over coffee. And always keep space in your life for small comforts that bring big peace. Because you deserve to feel warm, not just in your legs, but in your heart, your home, and your life. You're sitting quietly in your favorite armchair, the morning light slipping through the curtains, a soft cup of coffee warming your hands. Everything feels calm, peaceful, until that familiar tingling starts again in your feet. It's not exactly pain, more like the feeling of tiny pins dancing across your skin or the fizz of soda water bubbling underneath the surface. Sometimes it fades quickly. Other times it lingers long after you've changed positions or stretched your legs. This pins and needles sensation, whether it's a soft buzz in your toes, a sharp prickle in your calves, or an odd feeling of numbness, can be more than just an annoyance. For many older adults, it becomes part of the daily rhythm of life, showing up while you're reading, resting, or even drifting off to sleep. And the truth is, it can be easy to dismiss. Maybe you tell yourself it's just part of getting older, or maybe you try to walk it off, hoping it will disappear on its own. But sometimes these subtle signs are worth paying attention to. Not with fear, but with curiosity and care. Because your body is always communicating with you, and this particular message might be connected to your circulation or your nerves. Let's imagine a peaceful afternoon at a local senior center. You're sitting around a table with old friends working on a jigsaw puzzle. There's laughter, soft background music, and the smell of baked goods coming from the community kitchen. And yet as you reach for a puzzle piece, that buzzing sensation creeps into your foot again. It's a quiet interruption, a reminder that something beneath the surface isn't flowing quite the way it should. That feeling may be your body's way of highlighting a change in blood flow or nerve function. In some cases, reduced circulation can cause the nerves in your feet and lower legs to receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. This can lead to the tingling or prickling sensations that often show up at night or after long periods of sitting. But nerve-related sensations like this can also be tied to other factors. Some folks feel it more when they've been inactive, while others notice it after a long walk or a trip to the grocery store. And for many, these odd sensations become more frequent with age. That's where senior health tips can be especially helpful, reminding us to stay aware, stay moving, and stay connected to what our bodies are telling us. Now picture yourself tending your backyard garden. The spring breeze carries the scent of lilacs, and you're pulling weeds or harvesting fresh lettuce for dinner. It's a small act, but one that brings peace and purpose. You squat gently, reach for a basket, and suddenly you notice that tingling again. A little more intense this time. It's moments like these that highlight how our bodies respond to motion, to rest, to the changing rhythm of each season of life. If this sensation shows up more often at night, you're not alone. Many older adults describe a prickly feeling that keeps them awake, makes their legs feel restless, or causes them to shift around under the sheets. Others say it flares up after they sit for too long on a car ride during a movie or while flipping through a photo album. The good news: you don't have to suffer in silence. Paying attention to these signals without panic can make all the difference. Gentle stretches before bed, short walks throughout the day, and even mindfulness practices can help improve circulation and ease discomfort. And if it persists, checking in with your doctor can offer peace of mind and next steps. At a weekend flea market, you might be walking past booths of handmade quilts, carved wooden bowls, or vintage postcards. It's a lively place full of stories and laughter. But if your feet feel like they're buzzing the whole time, it can pull you out of the moment. That's when taking small actions becomes an act of care. Wearing comfortable shoes with good support, propping your feet up for a while, or soaking them in warm water at day's end can ease some of the tension. Here at Senior Wellness, we know that aging brings with it a new awareness of the body, its strengths, its limits, and its quiet messages. These tingling sensations are just one of many ways your body asks you to slow down, check in, and perhaps make a few gentle changes. Think of it like adjusting your garden hose. If the water flow weakens, you don't ignore it. You check the lines, smooth out the kinks, and get the flow back. The same idea applies to your body. When circulation or nerve function is a little off, giving yourself space to explore and respond can help restore balance. And remember, you're not doing this alone. There are others walking this same path, navigating these same small mysteries. Whether you're chatting with a neighbor on your front porch, asking your pharmacist a few questions, or simply journaling your daily experiences, each step brings clarity and connection. Most importantly, you deserve to feel comfortable in your own body. Not perfect, not pain-free all the time, but grounded, understood, and cared for. So if that tingling sensation is becoming a regular visitor, don't brush it off. Give it your attention, your curiosity, and your kindness. Let your self-care be a quiet act of love. Because in the world of senior living, it's often the smallest shifts that bring the greatest comfort. Sometimes the most subtle signs in our bodies carry the most meaningful messages, and often we notice them during quiet moments when we're getting ready for bed, adjusting our socks, or sitting back on the porch as the sun goes down. It's during these times that we might look down and see something we hadn't noticed before. The skin on our lower legs or feet looks pale, or even has a bluish tint. At first it may seem minor or simply the lighting, but when it becomes frequent or you notice the color doesn't return quickly, after pressing on the skin, it's worth paying attention. This kind of discoloration can happen even when the room is warm and you're wrapped in a cozy blanket. And that's exactly what makes it worth noticing. It's not always about the temperature of the room. Sometimes it has more to do with what's happening inside your body, particularly with your circulation. As we age, our blood vessels can become less efficient at delivering oxygen-rich blood to every part of the body, especially to our extremities. The feet and lower legs are the farthest from the heart, which means they're often the first to show signs when circulation is compromised. When the skin appears pale, it may suggest that not enough blood is reaching that area. When it appears bluish or purplish, it might mean the blood isn't carrying enough oxygen or is moving too slowly. Now, this doesn't mean panic is needed. There are many reasons why the skin can change color, and not all of them are serious. But recognizing these shifts can be an important part of staying informed and in tune with your body's needs. Senior wellness isn't about worrying, it's about noticing, adapting, and making choices that help you stay independent and strong. Let's take a gentle walk into everyday life. Imagine sitting on a bench at the local farmer's market, watching families walk by, kids carrying bags of apples, friends greeting each other with warm smiles. You're sipping on a cup of coffee and enjoying the breeze. But even in these peaceful, joyful moments, your body is still talking to you. Maybe you've felt your legs becoming colder than usual, or you've noticed that the color of your skin seems off, especially at night or in the early morning. It's not about dramatizing these changes, it's about listening with kindness and curiosity. What's beautiful about senior living is that we grow wiser. We know that small signs often show up before larger problems do. When you begin to notice skin discoloration, it's not necessarily something to fear, it's something to acknowledge. It might be your body's way of asking for more movement, more hydration, or a conversation with your doctor to make sure everything is working as it should. Many older adults find themselves surprised by how connected our skin is to our overall well-being. Healthy circulation supports everything from energy levels to brain clarity, and the skin is a clear communicator. If the blood flow is restricted, the skin may look different, and over time this could also mean less oxygen and nutrients reaching your muscles and tissues. So how can we respond with care? Start by noticing when the discoloration appears. Is it at night after long periods of sitting, or only when you're feeling cold? Do both legs look the same? Has this been happening often, or is it new? Keeping a simple journal of these observations can be a gentle and effective way to stay connected to your own health. Also remember the power of warmth and movement. Taking short walks during the day, even around your backyard garden or up and down the hall, can help boost circulation. Flexing your feet while seated, wearing loose, comfortable socks that don't restrict blood flow, and elevating your legs slightly during rest can also be helpful. These aren't medical fixes, but simple lifestyle choices that support your body's natural rhythm. And of course, if these signs persist or worsen, speaking with your healthcare provider is always the best next step. Your doctor can help explore whether it's a minor issue or something that requires closer attention. At the end of the day, your health is a journey, one that includes curiosity, self-awareness, and steady action. Don't be afraid to check in with yourself. It's not about being alarmed, it's about staying informed, empowered, and proactive in your own well-being. You deserve to feel good in your body and to enjoy the little things: a walk at sunset, chatting with neighbors, or putting your feet up after tending to your flower beds. Senior health tips aren't just facts, they're gentle nudges reminding you to care for yourself with the same tenderness you've shown others your whole life. So next time you look down and notice something different, take a breath, stay kind to yourself, and listen with love. Your body is wise, and it's always worth listening to. This is the heart of senior wellness: knowing yourself, caring deeply, and living fully with grace. There's something so familiar about a quiet afternoon stroll. You step out onto your porch, feel the breeze on your face, and walk slowly toward the end of the block, maybe just to admire the neighbor's rose bushes, or to say hello to a passing dog walker. But lately, instead of feeling refreshed, you find yourself stopping sooner. Your legs feel heavy, tired, like you're dragging them through mud. And strangely, when you sit down and prop them up, the discomfort fades almost instantly. This sensation of aching legs that ease when resting or elevating may seem like just another part of getting older. But what if your body is trying to whisper something more important? It often starts subtly. You're out running errands or walking through a local farmer's market excited to pick out fresh vegetables. But after a few minutes, your legs begin to feel tight. Not painful exactly, just heavy. You shift your weight slow, your pace, glance around for a place to sit. Once seated, you feel immediate relief. The heaviness lifts. You feel more like yourself again. These moments are easy to brush off, but they may offer a small, quiet clue. This pattern fatigue or heaviness in your legs that improves when resting or elevating isn't just about overuse or age. It could be your body signaling that blood isn't flowing as efficiently as it used to. Our circulatory system works tirelessly pumping oxygen-rich blood to our muscles and tissues. But when circulation becomes sluggish, especially in the lower limbs, the result can be leg fatigue, swelling, or even cramping when we walk. And what's truly telling, relief that comes with rest. Imagine sitting on your porch in the late afternoon sun. Your feet are resting on a small stool, and for the first time all day your legs feel light again. It's a peaceful moment, but also a reminder. That instant relief may be the result of gravity, giving your heart a break, allowing blood to move more freely, without having to fight its way up from your feet. When elevation makes that much of a difference, it's worth noticing. Many older adults share stories like these without realizing they're connected. A neighbor says, "I used to love walking in the mornings, but now I need to rest halfway down the street." A friend at church mentions that their legs always feel better when they sit with their feet up. These shared experiences, though, common, deserve attention. Because when circulation is reduced, it's not just your legs that are affected. Your overall vitality can be too. Sometimes we think of exercise as the only path to wellness, but listening to your body is just as important. If your legs often feel heavy or tired when moving, yet improve when resting, it's a signal worth understanding. It may point to changes in how blood returns from your legs to your heart. And while it's not meant to cause alarm, it's something to gently explore. A beautiful part of aging is that we become more in tune with our bodies. We notice the quiet messages, a shift in energy, a change in rhythm, the comfort that comes from lifting our feet after a long day. These small observations form the foundation of senior wellness. Not dramatic fixes, but slow, thoughtful attention to how we feel. So what can you do if this sounds familiar? Start by being curious. Take mental notes. Does the heaviness come after walking a certain distance? Does elevation consistently bring relief? Talk to someone about it, a family member, a walking partner, or your doctor. Not to worry, not to panic, but to stay connected to your health. Because paying attention is a powerful act of self-care. And while you're at it, explore simple lifestyle adjustments that promote circulation. A walk through the garden, gentle leg movements while seated, or even a warm soak in the tub can make a real difference. These aren't drastic changes, they're everyday choices that support the beautiful rhythm of senior living. As you sit in your favorite chair by the window or sip tea on the patio, remember how your legs feel while moving and resting isn't just about comfort. It's a small glimpse into your body's incredible story, one that's still unfolding, one that deserves care, attention, and a little compassion. Your journey matters, and every step, even the slow ones, is worth honoring. Whether you're visiting your grandchildren, walking the aisles at the grocery store, or simply pacing around your kitchen, let your legs remind you of your strength, not your limits. If you've experienced this kind of leg fatigue, you're not alone. Many in the senior wellness community have walked this path. And with thoughtful attention, gentle movement, and a bit of support, it's absolutely possible to feel lighter again. Just like the fresh air on an autumn morning or the laughter of old friends at the community center, relief can be simple and deeply healing. So today, give yourself a quiet moment to notice how do your legs feel when you move and what brings them ease. That awareness is the first step toward better days, greater comfort, and lasting wellness. As we wrap up, remember this: small signs can carry big meaning. Paying attention to how your legs feel at night, how your body responds, and how simple actions bring comfort is a quiet but powerful act of self-care. You know your body better than anyone, and honoring its signals is a true strength. Aging gracefully isn't about perfection, it's about awareness, kindness to yourself, and choosing moments of rest and joy with intention. Whether it's putting your feet up after a long day or chatting with a neighbor, during a morning walk, every choice you make supports your journey of senior wellness. So take a breath, take your time, and trust in your ability to stay steady and strong. You're doing better than you think. If this video made you smile or feel understood, we'd love to hear your thoughts. You're welcome to like, subscribe, or share it with someone special. Here's to senior living filled with comfort, connection, and quiet confidence.